It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, we begin with another drug arrest. Sheriff Chuck Mosley of the Wayne County Sheriff's Department, Chris Hamilton of the Jesup PD, announced that on October 7th, the Jesup Wayne Tactical Narcotics Team, K-9 units assisted by the Wayne County Sheriff's Office patrol deputies, conducted a traffic stop on a 1998 Dodge Dakota being driven by Roger Derek Crange. The traffic stop stemmed from a month-long investigation into the sales of fentanyl and methamphetamine by Mr. Crange. K-9 deputies and Wayne County Sheriff's Patrol deputy conducted a search of the vehicle, recovered the following items: approximately 10.25 grams of fentanyl, 97.27 grams of methamphetamine, drug-related objects. 44-year-old Roger Derek Crange of Jesup was arrested, faces charges including but not limited to trafficking a Schedule II drug fentanyl, trafficking a Schedule II drug methamphetamine, and possession of drug-related objects. Sheriff Mosley and Chief Hamilton say this is an ongoing investigation. They encourage anyone with information pertaining to this case or any illegal drug or criminal activity to contact the Wayne County Sheriff's Department at 912-427-5970 or the Jesup PD at 427-1300. Wayne County Board of Education met Tuesday in a work session. On the agenda, a discussion about Board of Education elected terms of service as the school board has elections next year. Recently elected board members Tina Mosley and Todd Wise districts are up for election, which was a big discussion Tuesday. Also, Todd Wise made a motion to approve funding for a new weight room. That was seconded by Tina Mosley, but voted on 3-2, with board members Bruce Harris, Joe McPipkin, and Sharon Daniel voting no, saying that education is top priority. WIFO had a chance to talk with board member Todd Wise Wednesday about both issues. Here's that conversation.
Here's School Board Member Todd Wise. There seems to be confusion on who all has to run for re-election. The elections are next year, but you and Tina Mosley just recently ran, so the question is, why do you have to run again?
From my understanding, talking with Mr. Meeks and Dr. Kelly, we were paired as the original opposite as 1, 3, and 5. When I got the memoranda and I spoke with them, it had changed from 1, 2, and 4 to now 1, 3, and 5. And it went through legislative saying that we're running as the same as the county commissioners. The attorney out of Atlanta last night spoke with us and said that there was nothing they could do at this time. There was 3 phases. One would take place in 2026. One would take phase in 2028. But as it stands right now, Ms. Mosley and I have to run again.
So the obvious question is, who changed it?
From my understanding, legislative changed it in Atlanta.
You talked to Stephen Meeks?
I have, and he advised me that it was an error and that they did what they had to do, and that I was advised that there was nothing that could be done at this time. So I said, okay.
Do you plan to run again?
Yes.
How about Tina? Have you talked to her?
I have, and I believe she will. We got a lot of unfinished business that we're looking forward to doing, so yeah.
Another event that took place at the board meeting, you put the board members on notice, or put them on the spot, really, made a motion about the weight room facility. When this East Bloss was passed, there was a lot of discussion about renovating JC Stadium, possibly building a new stadium, new weight room. Apparently all that's been put on the back burner, with the money going to East Bloss to pay for the James E. Bacon and also the new ROTC and Ag building. So your thoughts on that?
I understood when we passed the East Bloss, the Ag building and the ROTC building were the priority. That has always been on the table, and we're going to push forward with that, and rightfully so. I looked at the flyer that I have at my house, and it does have renovation of JC Stadium or building a new stadium. My concern was last night, with all the money that we're spending out at James E. Bacon and other projects, where's our money for the renovation of our stadium or for the weight room? And I stated last night that I believe in academics first, foremost, and we all agree with that, but there are some children in this community that have to go on athletic scholarships. And by building a weight facility that is for men and women to better themselves in all arena of sports, but it also gives us a state-of-the-art facility. We have counties in Appleton, Long, and all that have state-of-the-art facilities better than ours right now, and we need to play catch up and make our facilities better to retain coaches and to make better athletes.
Well, it seems like funny math. Where's all the money? I mean, even you spent several million on James E. Bacon and ROTC. I mean, the East Bloss is supposed to bring in close to $25-30 million. They're saying there's no money for athletics?
That's from what I understand, but now where all the money is, we have a good general fund right now. We're doing well on a lot of things, but I believe that's a question for somebody else to answer.
Okay, appreciate talking with us.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate you.
And again, those comments, School Board Member Todd Wise. On the elections, WIFO did receive a statement from State Representative Steve Meeks, and it reads as follows. He says, as is customary after a census, the Georgia General Assembly realigns local, state, and federal districts to account for shifts in populations. In January of 2022, the General Assembly began undertaking the task in usual fashion due to an unexpected deadline to finish maps statewide. Legislature went into overdrive to accomplish the realignment. As part of the process, the 2022 Board of Education members requested that the terms be staggered. Legislation was written so that members in Districts 1, 3, and 5 would be elected for a 2-year term, while members in 2 and 4 would serve a 4-year term instead of 1, 2, and 4 for a 2-year term and 3 and 5 for a 4-year term, which was initially requested. The request to make the changes noted above was overlooked, and the legislation was introduced on February 7, 2022, adopted by both chambers and signed by Governor Kemp on February 17th of 2022. Legislation was adopted in advance of the qualifying period, which began in March of 2022. So again, just an oversight on a mistake, but that's what's done is done. And next year, again, board members Todd Wise, Tina Mosley, and Joe McPipson's seats are up for re-election. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. In other news, on Wednesday morning, at City Hall, the Downtown Development Authority meeting was held. The DDA board still searching for its next director. Board Chair Don Zamuda asked City Manager Rose Marcus for an update on emails that have been sent back and forth. The DDA board thought that they would have a say in who the new director would be and be part of the process. The City Manager Rose Marcus says she's in charge of hiring the next DDA director, as she's going to follow the same procedure as she did when she selected the new police chief. She says she's looking to hire from within the city, and Tracy Smith has expressed interest in the job, and they say she's qualified and has been with the city a long time. City Manager Rose Marcus had these comments at the meeting about hiring the next DDA director.
The position has been advertised internally, as I've already informed you all. And then Ms. Tracy is the only city employee who showed interest in the position. So the next step will be interviews, and those interviews will be set up one day next week. I'll let you all know what day and time. We'll do it the same way we did the last downtown person we had, Ms. Gillespie, which is one person from the DDA board will be on the interview board, one person from the chamber, and one person from the tourism. Because whoever is hired, they will have to, deal with all 3 entities.
Will that position be announced, though, to the outside? Because there are people who have an interest in the DDA.
Yes, I understand that, but when we advertise internally, just like I did with the police chief, advertise that internally. If we have somebody internally, we always encourage, the city of Jesup encourage promotions internally first. You have to give your people who have been with you and been faithful to the city of Jesup, you have to give them first chance at any job opening we have. So if you have somebody internally who is interested in the job and are able to do the job, you have to give them first choice.
And again, those will come to City Manager Rose Marcus. She also made it clear that this is a part-time job, not a full-time job. And the state interviews are going to be held next week. But again, she made it clear the only person interested in the job internally is Tracy Smith. So apparently she's going to be your next director. Another topic brought up at the meeting is that the City of Jesup plans to conduct their annual Arch Fest on the same Saturday as the Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Arch Fest, they say, will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., but it was stated that many of the downtown merchants are not happy with the main street of downtown Jesup being blocked off on the busiest Christmas shopping days of the year. Tracy Smith even stated that she has heard from the merchants and they're not in favor of the Arch Fest being held in downtown Jesup. DDA suggested that those merchants need to appear before the council and voice their objection because the city manager and council member Tim Caulfield want the downtown festival to be held in downtown Jesup. Again, there have been suggestions of moving the festival to another street or to Crack Williams. They state that might be a better option, but again, the city council has made the decision to have the Arch Fest Saturday, December 2nd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. in downtown Jesup. WIFO-FM reached out to Jesup Mayor Ralph Hickox because he has a business in downtown Jesup to get his thoughts. He tells WIFO-FM that he agrees with the merchants that the downtown street should not be shut down for the festival. He says without the merchants, there is no downtown Jesup. Again, City Manager Rose Marcus and Commissioner Tim Cockfield feel strongly that the festival should be in downtown Jesup. At this time, it's set for that Saturday, December 2nd, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. in downtown Jesup. We'll wait to see if any of the merchants appear at the City Council meeting to voice their opinion on the subject. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor and other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes news, 24th Annual Lean Todd Memorial is set for this weekend, Friday and Saturday nights in Scriven to the T&T Arena. Again, the showtime each night is 8 p.m. Gates open at 6:30. Admission for adults is $15, $12 for kids. 5 and under will be admitted free. Once again, the dates this Friday, Saturday, October 13th and 14th. Reminder, the Chamber of Commerce has canceled that elected officials cookout, which was scheduled for today. Again, the weather forecast a factor. Once again, that event has been canceled. Don't forget a community blood drive set for Monday, October 16th at Calvary Baptist Church Gymnasium. Time from 1 to 6 p.m. Sponsored by the Ladies Auxiliary of the Jesup Shrine Club. With the holidays approaching, again, they state every blood drive is very crucial. If you have the chance to give the gift of life, a pint of blood, they state it would be greatly appreciated. Date, once again, October 16th, Monday, from 1 to 6 at Calvary Baptist Church Gymnasium. You can visit the website, redcrossblood.org, type in Jesup, schedule an appointment. Again, they encourage walk-ins as well, always welcome. That's Monday, October 16th, from 1 to 6 p.m. at the Gymnasium at Calvary Baptist Church here in Jesup. That'll do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, saying have a great day.